Clint, how you doing, man? Ready to rock? Glad to see it. I got an interesting mix here today. I'm just struggling with one of them here. We'll get started shortly. See, what have I got? I got some interesting stuff here from a new member. Very geometry based, but that's all well and good. So we'll get started here in just a minute or two. Let's see if anybody else wants to make a comment. Say howdy. Oh God, what am I starting with here? I'm starting with APE. ApeCoin. Okay, let's get that. Oh, that looks pretty straightforward. Give it a minute here, guys. Let a few people join us. A few more, if we're going to get any more. I don't know. We'll see here. We'll give it another minute or two. I started about 34, 35. All right. Let's get an RSI on there. Another minute, we'll get it going. Yeah, looks like that'll work. Okay. All right, let's go. What is it, 34? That's good enough. All right, could be just you and me, Clint. All right, let's see. So we were fully disclaim. Let's see. First up here, let's get rid of this one here. Okay, guys. All right, now this is mine here. This is so just as a reminder as we get started, right? So the whole idea is we ask members to post the assets they're interested in and put some of their TA on, what they're using, how they're approaching it. We don't put any requirement to put an Elliott Wave count on it. If that's helpful, great. If it's not, no problem. As I've been saying for how long have I been doing this? Almost 6 years. The Elliott Wave is a tool to use. If it's helpful, great. If it's not, okay. It's third in a list of priorities of things that we emphasize. So with that said, right, again, we're not here to, it's not so much about, here's a trade recommendation, although often you might find yourself looking at something that would look appealing, and then you might go do a little bit more digging and set up based on your trade parameters. We're teaching a methodology, right? That's what we're always about. Always have been about. So this is our methodology applied to these assets. And then we're kind of reviewing how members are interpreting that, applying it if it's beneficial to them. So our first guy here, Holy Life, looks like Holy Life with an I. Looks like he may be, a new member here. So I'm going to give you his chart here. Now this is a white screen. I'm guessing he's not a member yet. He's probably one of our free Discord members. He's not applying it. He's kind of doing his own thing here. I'm going to open this here just to demonstrate. This is a white background here, so be prepared for that. So this is, this is pretty bright. Okay, so this is his view. He's making, a suggestion here that it looks like we might be time for a bounce. So he's giving me a 4. Is that you? He gave me a 4-hour here, and he's working with geometry here. It looks like we're coming into a nice kind of a wedge format here. Now, this would be an area of resistance he's noting here. So, okay, we're coming out here. So potential might be this trend line here. I would be looking at any of these other pivots here. Now, it's hard for me to do it since he's not giving me a chart that I can work with. I can only show you this. get a look at his approach here. It looks like, what does he got on here? Oh, maybe a 50 and a, oh, he's got a 50, a 100, and a 200 moving average. And he's got some fair value gaps from Nephew Sam. Oh, there's a gazillion of those on there now. Okay, all right, so since I can't work with that, but I just, okay, so we'll get a sense of how he's approaching the market. So I'm going to close that. I know it's the white here. So let me go, oh shit, where did I put it? 8, okay, so here, let me take this out here. So here it is over on Coinbase. Now he's given me a 4 hour, so he's focused more on this section here, but it's always worthwhile, right? Any TA, right? Always come out to a daily. It's a good starting point. Some people will tell you weekly. But for something like this, we can kind of see the, there's pretty clear progression of swing, right? This is all the market ever does, right? It's all it can do, right? So is that a 5? Well, certainly potential, right? Looks like we'd have, if this were going to be 1, 2, 3, we'd have a little overlap here. So no, I don't know how I'd lean too hard on an Elliott count here as it sits right now. Now, certainly we're far enough down here to where we'd want to be looking in log scale. You take it out of log scale, right? It's kind of harder to work with it. But you can get a sense of, okay, how far we've fallen. Does that make you want to buy it? Well, okay, so let's go to what he's looking at, which is a 4 hour. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's kind of coming at it like this. Looking at his, he's coming in like this, I believe. Is this his little, yeah, so that's where he's pulling that. Okay, so let's dig in here. I see what we can make of this. Well, this is just a waterfall, right? You got a little pause here. So the areas that would be of interest, right? So if you're not going to lean into an Elliott count, right? So I would just start wicking off areas that this would be bearish order flow. It's the up before the down, right? So you'd have the same thing here. So these would be sections that you're looking for things that have not been mitigated, right? So this one here gets perfect, it goes right to the center. Oh, if I bring that down here. We go right to that center line and we roll over, but we're back to test again. Now, getting tested a second time is not strengthening. If anything, it's weakening because any limit orders there are now getting absorbed by the market. So what remains above here, now we have an untested, right? Again, all I'm doing is, oh shit, here, give me this little fucker here, right? So it's just this section here, right? So just all that. So it's unmitigated, right? It has not been tapped into. So if you were thinking with an Elliott count, well, do we have a clean count here? Well, we're always looking to finish in a 5, right? So this would be an awfully complex 4 if we're doing this, right? We're not very bearish, but you can already look here and say, oh God, the 2 to the 4 is that's way out of balance. To here would have been acceptable. Maybe you're coming down here, the channeling would have been better. Now we're getting a bit fat. We're getting a bit fat with this. Oh God, you guys are really on a delay with me. Oh, you got a good 40-second delay. 1, 2, that would have to be impulsive. Well, so the question always is, okay, well, it's all right. Certainly, it's low, right? And you take it out of a log stream. You say, okay, or log. Well, we're certainly low. Okay. Well, let's just focus in down here on the 4 hour. Get this off to our side. Do we have a good start there? Well, it looks like we've got a decent, right? If you get, again, if the Elliott is useful, let's apply it. Okay, do I have an ABC here? Yep. Where's Al? Right? No chart ever without checking where Al is. Right? So we got a nice little tap here. Yeah, this is all mitigated in here. You got a little bit of that's baby little spot in here, right in the golden zone. You got a little bit of a gap there. Okay, how are you going to do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe. You probably work yourself into some sort of a diag to start that. Right? We're going to go up and kick a big 3. I mean, it's not a reasonable thought to be looking here. Okay, do we have a bounce? Oh, let's go and put my favorite on here. So I brighten these inducement levels up here. So be sure you can spot them. So all that's doing is noting here the last retracement before we go down, but it's completely objective, right? There is no subjectivity of, oh, I use 40 ticks or 50 ticks or 20%, right? It's purely objective, which is why I use Ethereum and recommend them, because of that objectivity in defining swing structure. So we know we have a good low here. Okay, so we've swept this. Now we come back down here, and it's, remember the algo is, the point here is they're always looking for liquidity, right? So if they can't get it externally, they come back and they get it internal, right? It's a constant rotation between internal and external liquidity. Okay, so here it would appear, if they could, because that's just a couple of ticks, that they grab some internal liquidity here. Okay, what'd they do here? External. I go right to that pivot, right? Just barely, right? These are just a couple of ticks, but you can kind of track what they're doing. Okay, or is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Could be, right? If you're down here, oh shit, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, maybe let's go down to a 1. Maybe that floats a little bit better here. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. Could be right into. We've got a little. I should brighten that up here. You can see the demand, or excuse me, the supply zone here. There's a secondary one here if I draw it. It's just it's always the last little swing up, right? So potentially supply here. What do we do? Right to the midline of it. So that's a potential. So that how would we'd want to take this up a degree or two, right? So we're trying to build a bullish case here. Do we have one? Okay, well, all right, a little bumpy on the diag to get us started, but nice clear 3 for the 2, perfectly technical, sweeps the liquidity. We come out with a candidate for a 1. Well, if it's going to be 1, 2, and we're going to get a 3, well, we got to start with a 1. Right, so we kind of building the case here. All right, if that's the 2, well, let's change the color just so we don't get confused. 1, 2, right? So what would that be? Right, candidate here for a 1. Maybe a 2 going in, and we're going to go 3, 4, 5, something like that to get up here, because what we're looking for is something up at this level if we're going to come out of here bullishly. Okay, so right off the bat, right? Remember, there's a process that we go through here, right? So you're seeing me go through it. Okay, do I have a 5 here? Do I have a 3 here? Okay, well, what's next, right? Let's get the channeling involved. All right, right now I've only got 1 and 2, right? So I don't have anything else to change this. So, oh shit, I could do it a couple of different ways, right? So for those of you that really love the median lines, right? So here would be a potential candidate here. Now this would be this would not be a golden. This would just be a regular corner pocket, right? Here, we don't know if it's going to hit here, 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 or 3 years from now. You don't know, right? You just know that the odds are there, are 80% odds that we're going to hit that median line, right? I mean, again, I've been saying this for many years now. Best odds in trading, period. Period, that's the end of sentence, right? There is no technical setup with better odds, right? Feel free to disagree. I'll be on the other side of your trade. Okay, so I've got a 1. Now I'm working on a 2. So with that point made here, let's come back to our traditional Elliott. You got a nice little start on this. What are we looking for? We're looking for a 2, right? So we always want to buy. No, if you're looking to get long, we don't want to long it up here. Nor do we want to short it down here, right? You can see what happened to the people that all that is inexperienced traders, right? But there's a new crop of them every single day coming into the market who go, oh, I'm going to sell the breakout. Oh, I'm going to buy the breakout, right? They just get hammered until eventually they learn and they stop doing it, right? So, but for while they're in that learning phase, they're just, they're just easy pickings for experienced traders. Okay, so 1, 2. Now but when I say that, I'm not saying that I know that this is going to come down in a 3, and I never say that ever. Right, but I'm just showing you if you're applying this methodology here, right, which is the whole point of these live streams, is to show you what we teach. This would be the last place you'd buy. I mean, if anything, you'd be looking to sell here, right, on the assumption that all they've done here is sweep liquidity. Right, internal, external, internal. Right? So they swept the external, come down for the internal. Maybe there's a little look. They're looking right here. Oh shit, come here. We're looking right here. I go, I got 2 pivots. So come down here for the internal. So very reasonable roadmap would be something like this, right? Looking, right? Okay, I've got. I probably make a case here. We got a little bullish demand here. So if I come into that golden zone, I'm very interested in the long, right? I could use some of these pivots down here. We could tighten that up a little bit. Use some of these pivots down here, right? You could probably trade this with a little leverage, right? If you're feeling aggressive, you know, I don't like to do that on the first one, right? If I'm going to use some leverage, this is, again, this is just me personally, right? If I'm going to use some leverage, I don't want to do it on the first one. I want to confirm that my thinking here, my technical analysis is showing signs of being in sync with what the market's doing. So if I get a 5 here, and then now here I might look to add a little leverage because I'm feeling pretty good. Look, I've got the 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, right? I got to have 5 here, right? It's not optional. I got to have that. So if I'm going to lever it up, maybe the 3 of the 3, right? For a place to add a little juice to it. Again, it's very mechanical, and I get so many comments, people saying, "Oh, Elliott Wave, it's so subjective, blah blah blah." Okay, big fucking deal. What are you looking for? Red dot, blue dot, right? Buy it, sell it. Okay, so you have to use your brain a little bit to do this. I know that's challenging for many, right? And you're going to be wrong many times, right? It's not about, we're not trying to predict the market. We're trying to use a methodology to determine where the better odds are for entry into the market. If we're going to put money at risk, let's do it off of some sort of pattern recognition or something we can identify in the market that repeats, I don't know, 70, 80 trillion times. What's the number you need? 96 years of Elliott Wave. Not to get on a rant here early on, but okay, let's use something that we know has certainly the potential to set us up for a pattern here, right? Now, I don't know that that's coming. But if I'm looking right here and I just look at all this, okay, well, here, let's take this out for just a second. What do you want to do here? Buy it or sell it? Well, right now, see, this is what I don't understand about breakout traders. Well, you just think it's going to do this, just keep going and going and going in a straight line. Okay, now there are times, right, where it'll do that, but that's not what you want to be looking for. Could you have caught that trade? Sure. But again, what would you have been thinking here? You've been thinking, oh, what is this? Right, here's the break of structure, here's the retrace, here's the next break of structure. What's the next thing happening here? Right, the anticipation is retrace. So this could easily just be an ABC before we go down again. Easily, right? So right now we're trying to build the bull case because, what's my guy's name here? Holy Life, right, is bullish, right? So can we build a bullish case based on what he's seeing? Well, yeah. But, let's not put the kids' tuition money into it. Let's be mindful of the risk. Do we have a good start here? Do we have a good finish here? If you're going to get bullish, right? That's how applying what we teach, that's how I would approach it. Recognizing that this could easily, just as easily, right? You don't know until you know. Be an ABC. Just as easily, right? We don't know because we don't have a great finish here. If this is going to finish as this would have to be an ABC, right? So it'd have to be tied to a combination to get that to play, right? Remember, we didn't have a clean impulse, right? So A, B, C to finish it. Oh, you could probably dig a 5 out of that. So this would have to be essentially, if we're doing this would have to be part of a WXY to allow for a 3 to finish it. Okay, and we're going here. The reason I think there's a reasonable case here is because if this is 1, 2, this 4 relative to that 2 is all out of whack. Not that it couldn't be, not that that couldn't happen. It's just that why would you lean into something that's so abnormal? You wouldn't, right? If you want to make money and you want to survive as a trader, you wouldn't, right? So with that said, okay, that's a start on that. I tend to spend too much time on this. Okay, so thanks for that. I don't know if it's Holy Life or Holly Life. Okay, some FTM this one was really kind of brutal. He was asking for a Fantom. This one I was fussing with this, trying to get a head start on it. This one, I got to say, this is a toughie. So this is over on Binance where we have the most history, right? So here's our launch point. Not much confusion about whether we have an impulse here, but this correction is pretty tricky. Oh, it's just a process of elimination. WXY here. Let's do this. I think this may be what we're looking at here. Coming down for a Y. Okay, so you see, okay, here's Al kicking, right? This is tricky But part of what makes this tricky, if you take this out of log scale, oh, right, that we're going to truncate there. Yes, I love it, right? But you're kind of stuck with this. Here, okay. So again, just making the example, right? So you look for these little pullbacks here, right? So this was unmitigated bearish order flow, right? It's the up before the down. So we come down here, okay, we get a little tap into it. Golden zone, of course, right? We know that's going to get a reaction, right? It doesn't mean we can't get through it, but oh, interestingly, we don't get through it. So if this is X, are we doing A, B, C? Coming down this low? Well, that's an algo target, right? Doesn't mean it has to get here, but it kind of just looks like we're sideways, which would be, pretty characteristic of an X. Out of this degree. Now that's the daily. What did he give me? He gave me, what did he give me? Oh, Jesus, he gave me a 5 minute. Okay, forgive me, a 5 minute. Okay, right, so let's look a little bit bigger than that. Holy Life, that's, yeah, I'm going to pass on that 5 minute, right? So that's less what we do here, right? Not that your work there isn't well thought out, right? He's looking at a short. I might go to a 60. All right, so if you're looking at a 60 on this, well, first let's get a little perspective right here. So what do we think we have here, right? So this is wicks only getting through. Looks like you got another one right after it. You did, perfect, right? Second target. Little wicky again, right? So it's a little wicky up here. Is that wicks? I think it is. Nope, that's fully through. All right, so that's a failure, right? We got that one. So what are we doing there? Phew. It looks like we get an impulse here, but that's not, shit. I guess we could do it. So let's do it. See, I'm going to leave that down there. That could be done right now, but that would be kind of unusual, right? So again, we come back to, wait a second, let's go to an 8. What? Right, so this is a bit problematic, right? Again, I'm just, this is essentially just thinking out loud. Okay, I'm kind of stuck with a 3 here, which I don't really want there, right? I can't go, oh, shit, that's not what I want, but so I'm going to ignore it. Okay, that 3 kind of forces you into some sort of a, it doesn't quite work. A, B, do I have to get a 1, 2 here? It doesn't quite fly. Makes me very uncomfortable with this one. So this here, because I'm not sure where we are in its act, this is a little bit unclear to me. This would be just no trade for me until I get some resolution here. Now, right now I got lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, low, right? So we're trending lower. We're coming right into this little pocket here of unmitigated, right? That would be bearish order flow, right? So if that's going to roll over, okay, right? Is there a short-term trade here? Well, you tell me. I'm not saying to sell it. I'm just saying I definitely wouldn't buy it. Why would you buy that? There's only one reason. You don't know it's there, right? That's the only reason you buy that. Now, you could, so this is unmitigated, but you could do the same thing over here and say all of this is unmitigated as well. Right, it's the up before we come down, right? So we're coming back here. Midline is a good, you kind of consider that tapped, right? So you've got one within another, right? You got that within that. So you got a definite center here. If it gets through here, now remember, it doesn't mean, oh, fuck, oh, boy, bull's in charge. All right, we got to go back here. And eventually, we got to go back to this, right? We can't clear it until we know, until you're through this, right? It's just the reality of trading. I know nobody likes this, but God damn it, come here, right? We got to get through this, right, before we can clear out and go full bull mode, right? Because that, right, is just as, it's just an algo, right? It's just sitting there waiting for you, right? So if it does that, we've got to break this, right? Then we wait for the retrace. That confirms, okay, good low. We've broken the near-term resistance. Now I want to buy it. But we're not there yet. So this one's a little... Maybe. Too many maybes here for me. I think this one is a hold. I mean, I could spend another hour on this, but if I can't see it quickly, this is just me. If I can't see it quickly, I'm going to wait. This I most definitely don't like. I don't even like calling that a C. Not sure what to do with this one, to be perfectly honest with you. Other than, right, so we got a little kick here, at least on the daily, we're not through, but this is hurry up and wait for me. Sorry about that high-low. All right, if I can't see, I'm not going to suggest a trade if I don't see one there, or if there's nothing I like, or if I can't get my head around it. Right, it looks like that needs to come lower. But what is this? 1, 2, 3, A, B. Right? Is it going to be A, B, C is going to be lower? 1, 2, 3, 4. Come down for the 5 of an A, and then a B, and then a C. That's kind of what it looks like. But I don't like this 3. I'd have to, if I change that over like this, because I considered this, all right, well, then I got to put the W here. A, B, C, W. That may play better. So for a bull, oh shit, here, come here. For a bull, this may be better, right? You're looking for this down here. Get this out of here. But because it's so, I don't really like this. Do I have to truncate here and truncate here? That's very surprising to me, because we know what's the algo looking for? Liquidity, right? So we're going to leave it that close, right, and not grab it. We're going to get that close and not grab it. Little break here. This just has me hurry up and wait, right? It's too much funkiness outside of the range of what we look for, right? When we have a lot of confidence, want to put money at risk. I'm not saying this couldn't go to the moon. I'm just saying for our approach, that's not quite there yet. Okay, and then the last one. This is one I do like a lot. Now. Oh, okay. Let me show you what he's doing. Again, this is white screen, so just be prepared here. White screen. Okay, so he gave me a daily on this. I'm not sure what's up with that. Looks like I'm not sure what he's doing here. Looks like he's giving me multiple time frames here. So we got a head and shoulders, right? Which is always just a 5 and a 1, 2, or an A, B, right? You can put that into market structure, Elliott Wave, right? It's just. Not that they're not valid, right? So we're putting that there. So let me get that out of there. Okay, so let's get over to JASMY, because this is a beautiful looking Elliott. 1, 2, oh, a beautiful impulse, ABC. How did it work out with Al here? All right. Think the algo's in here? Think Al's in here? That's tick to tick. Can't make this up. Can't Photoshop that. Okay, ABC. Does that mean we're done? Well, that's not the most perfect start. Right location for it, right here. Look at the 23. The target is on the 38. Right. That's how precise they are. Is that it? Kind of looks like, right? It wants to come down a little bit lower, right? If we're going to balance out, at least with regards to the channeling. We're coming that low, right, to the 50. Second most common, right, 38 to 50. Let's put it into the channeling. So what would that do, right? This doesn't really help us a whole lot here with this, what we've got here. Again, it's wicks. A. Oh, Jesus, that's a bit of a stretch. You're kind of stuck with this. Now, let's even go to a 60. You want to buy that? You could probably make a case that it's in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to have to truncate up there. Probably make a case for that. Oh, fuck. 1, A, B, 2. If I had to, I gunned ahead. Well, okay, let's check. We know the algo's in here. How'd it do here? Okay, so there's a 50 in the pocket. Right? It's just, is this what you? That's not really. I don't like to be a buzzkill, right? But that's not really. Oh, is that what I want? It's a lot of static in here. It's a lot of chop. Tradable. Well, I wouldn't give it a lot of room. For me, all right, this is, you know, that's, okay, maybe 1. Is that a 1? Even if I go to a 30, right? Do we have a 1 there? Okay, maybe we can make that case. All right, so 1. Again, it's so much slop. Let's get that out of there. And a green, and let's go. Oh fuck, come here. Okay, 1. Looks like it's Al again. It is right into the golden zone. Okay, right. So could you trade it? Yeah. Well, there you go. Right. Stop under the stop. You probably put a stop under this fair value gap here. Have at it. What else could we do here? Would we not have a golden? We would. Golden, right? But the angle, I see that's why when you get down to these time frames, right? When that's sharp, right? So you might say, okay, I got 80% odds of getting here. Boom. Okay, well, what'd you make? You know, $7, right? You really want that angle to be spread out a little bit more, right? And a little bit larger, right? So, do I have it? Yes. Right? I know I've got. We don't have to wonder. Right? We know we got an algo that's fired here, but that doesn't mean, right? Just because there's an algo there doesn't mean that it's going to hold, right? And that it's going to rule the day. Let's make that white, right? So 1, 2. Okay, show me the 3. Right, I'll get a little bit more enthusiastic about it. But we can track what it's doing. 1, 2. I mean, shit, you can buy that all day. Why not? Very, very low risk, right? So as long as the risk reward here makes sense, I would never tell you to not buy that. How about it? What do you got there? 6 to 1. That's if you're getting a 3 here, right? There's your target, which would be a sweep of this high. Remember, where's the external liquidity? Right here, right? Where can they go get it? Where can they grab some liquidity? Right there. So that's how, you can almost see how it plays out, right? We up here, we grab the external liquidity. Who buys here? The inexperienced, right? They buy it. Oh, sets up the 4. Oh shit! Well, I gotta get stopped out. I guess that thing's not going long, and then that's how it flies, right? We need the inexperienced, right? Because they provide the liquidity. It's not. We were all inexperienced once, right? You got to see this, many times, years and years and years, many hours of studying the market before you recognize, oh God, well, you certainly don't want to buy it here. And it just takes that one time, right? When it does this, and then they'll be back every other time to do it. Right? I'm never ever saying, excuse me, that we can't do this. Right? It's just that would be a low probability trade, right? You do that often enough. Worst thing could happen, you get away with it, right? Because then you just reinforce the bad habit. Okay, let me keep going here. Thanks for those, holy life, Jasmy. Potential here to get going. Right? We need the broader crypto space to get out of the doldrums, which may not happen. It could be another month or 2, right? It's just like, eventually it's going to come, but sure is dragging. Okay. Holy life. Thanks for those. Oh shit. George gave me a whole bunch here. Okay. Let me see what I got. Hang on. Let's see if I can do these. I got a whole bunch from George here, which I think we got some input here from PK that was up on our Twitter feed today, where he's done some work on this. So we got five different scenarios here. Oh shit. Okay, so let me get that up here. We probably need to be in log scale. We're on what exchange are we on here, George? Okay, let me copy that. Seems weird. We don't have an exchange listed. What are we in? Bitstamp? Nope. Let's go back. Oh shit, I think I just fucked it up. Oh, there we go. All right, I don't know. That's weird. I don't know. Let's see the exchange. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. All right, let me get over here. So I got 5. Oh, scenario 1. Okay, all right, I got all sorts of scenarios. So let's look at this one. Oh, that's cool. Okay, love that. All right, 3 ABC into the 4, and we're heading into a wedge 1. I like that. What's not to like here? Oh, I see what he's doing. Okay, so he's truncating. Okay, I got it. So we'd be truncating the 5th up here, right? Put the 3rd here. Okay, maybe. WXY puts the 2 in here. So 1, 1, A, B, C into the 2, 3, 4 into the truncation. Ooh, last resort, right? So far, okay, candidate. I've seen this count before, right? So this is definitely a contender, right? Now, how are we going to know, right? So we're not going to know until it shapes, right? We're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. All right, oh, that thing sticks, right? We're going to get that. If we get that into the 1, okay, you're back here thinking, oh, shit, all right, well, looks like I got a 1, 2, right? So I know what to do next. All right, so let's close that one, and let's go to scenario 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, we're still truncating. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so sideways, right? Sideways combo here. We're looking for something sharp. So let's see. Assuming you guys, you Elliott heads, are following along here. Truncation, right? Dirty word. ABC. All right, that's a good thought. Into an X. Let's put these in green so we see them a little bit better. A, working on the B now. Okay, so let's see. This would give us A, B. Oh, I think his point is right. So if we come out of here with this as something, maybe it's a triangle B. It looks like that's what he's after here. Some sort of consolidation B before we head down here for this in the 42s. Got to back the truck up if we get that. Holy shit. Well, you can make a case for it, right? All of this unmitigated. Right, it's untapped, right? We got right to the edge of it right here. Bullish order flow, right down before we go up. So very valid, right here, golden zone. That's going to freak people out, completely freak the market out. But crypto crashed, it's over, Bitcoin's over, right? And that's just when you want to buy it. So this would not, I'm plenty long Bitcoin. I'm not rooting for this, but if I got the opportunity to buy it down here for it, I might take a second mortgage on the house. Okay, I jest. Okay, so let's go to scenario 3. Okay, so now we'd have still with this fucking truncation. Okay. Okay, right. So we're still truncated. We're gonna go WXY X3 into the Z at the golden. Right, a lot of bearish candidates here. 1, 2, 3 is in. All right, it's the sticking to the 1, 2 here that's dictating much of this, right? I'm not saying that's a bad idea, but there you go, right? So that's certainly a count that it's if we're pulling this as the 2, which I think makes sense, right? In terms of the time, right? Because of the length of time here relative to the length of time here, which is, people are getting they're getting tired, right? So that's actually quite bullish, right? If they get bored, right? That's pay attention. So coming down into the Z here, we'd still be in this range. All he's doing is pulling from swing low to swing high. What are you pulling from? Let's get you up there. Oh, you locked me. Let's get that up just a tad. Golden, 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 golden. Buying it in the 40s. Back the truck up. Okay, right. So let's go to series number 4. Every one of these truncating. Okay, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. WX sideways. Okay, let's go to an 8. It's an 8. We got to look here. ABCW. Let's go green here. WX, right? We have a little triangle X into a Y for the X. Ooh, WX AB. We can have a triangle for the Y for a 2. Right now we're buying in the low 50s. That will certainly frustrate the hell out of traders. Right? They'll just throw their hands up. Those who are not comfortable, right? Long-term hodlers. I like this one, 1WX. It's a lot to forecast, right? So we're just looking at potential roadmaps here. You can't really forecast that, right? But it's a scenario, right? That's what scenario. Okay, here's where now we're going crazy. Okay, so we got, yeah, 128,000. So it's cup and, what are we doing? Cup and handle here? Cup and handle. Cup, handle, rocket. Let the cup and handle show you the way. Well, just right off the bat here, just checking here. A little bit past there. And log scale, we are right on it. So that's the question, right? Right to it. Right to the tick. Nice little handle. Would make you think, right? So, do we all know what happened there? Why? Why does it stop there? We understand why. Okay, that's good stuff, George. Thanks, brother. There's a lot of contenders there to consider, right? All you know, perfectly valid technically. It's just a question where, you know, we're going to go down here to 40 into this range here. We're going to be down in this range here. Is this the pivot? This is a pivot, right? That was technical, right? So we know the algos used it, right? It's because it's a pivot. If this breaks, we know where we're going. We're going down here. Hasn't broken yet, right? We're just stuck here at this range. Okay, thanks for those, George. Okay, Fork Pilot. That's a good handle. I like that one. Fork Pilot, what are you looking at? You're giving me, I can't tell what that is. Is it another Bitcoin? Can't tell. Thanks for those, George. Nice work. Very nice. We got, oh, ZIM. I'm in this. Let's see. Let's see what you got here. What have I got here? Oh, no, I think I sold it. Wasn't this? There's another, that's a good example, right? So it's, I hope some of you take advantage of this. It's just something that was on a live stream. I was like, oh my God, that's fucking gorgeous, right? I traded it right, as I often do when I see things here. I traded it the next, as soon as I got off the live stream, went and bought it. I made some decent money there. Cut this run. So why get out? Because I don't buy or hold through breakouts. Right, 1, 2, is that the 3? Or are we just doing this? What do we do at the top, right? What do we anticipate there? We don't quite have a break of structure. It doesn't look like. Doesn't look like we have one. Looks like we'd have to have a close beyond, and I don't think we do. Right, so we don't have it yet, right? We just have a double. Little gap to fill. Oh, let's go out to a daily. What a pretty. I know that wave doesn't work anymore. It's totally subjective, just worthless. Until it's not. How about, I was thinking to use the upper here. Elliott in conjunction with geometry and the dominant algo. Can you make use of that? I don't know. ICT didn't write about it. Oh my, you can't trade it. Well, he's turned out to be quite a buffoon, but he's a very wealthy one based off of selling a whole lot of repackaged things. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a 5 here. Well, nice spot for the 4. 50, perfect. Let's get you back on there. Right to the 50. Couple of doubles here. So remember. What's the algo doing, right? This is one thing that ICT did contribute, right? It's this constant focus on liquidity. I can't say he hasn't contributed. He's just kind of a buffoon. Okay, but okay, we've got clear grabs of liquidity down here, right? Now, what would they be doing up there? What do? We go from internal liquidity to external. They didn't quite get it. Which would make you think, oh, if we're going to come down here, where could they get some internal liquidity? Well, maybe this fair value gap or this gap here is a place. 1, 2, 3. Now we don't, if it's going to hold as an impulse, we don't want that to get overlapped. So we want this pivot to hold. So if it's 1, 2, 3, is that much of a 3? Not much of a 3. Is it a 3? Looks like that could have, it needs to get a little more legs to it. All right, if this is going to be 3, 4, we need to get the 5 of 3 up like that. As I look at this. Oops. Something like that. Let's just out of, when in doubt, right? Measure, always measure. What do we do here? 200 in the pocket there. We got through the 618, right? So certainly a valid retrace. Now, if we're coming down here, we don't want that overlap. Well, but you could do this 2 ways, right? If that's going to be the 3, we could do it here for this internal. If this is going to have another kick to it, 1, 2, 3. So we could pull it from here. And again, the process doesn't change. Asset makes no difference to me whatsoever. I don't care what it is. Right? Process is the same always. Right? That's my edge. Right? That's the edge we're trying to teach you. Right? I don't care what. That's why we can do it like this. I don't care what you post. I really do not care what it is. I don't care if it's something I've traded, something I've seen, something I know anything about. It doesn't matter. Right? The TA is always the same. Right? Because that's our edge. Okay, Fork Pilot. That looks pretty good here, but I think. Well, let's put a little geometry on this, something like this. Right? Okay, we want that 4. Right? It looks like you got another kick for that 3. Let's go up a degree. For that to kick. Oh shit, wrong one. Oh, you get my point. All right, if we're going to get the 5 here of that 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right down here for this. But first we got to break out of this. So here you got it. You can see the ingredients, right? We break, right? All the breakout traders take it. Right. Oh, it's going to go to the moon, right? And then that sets up the 4, right? And then we go. So it looks like that's a decent path there. Okay, nice work. Okay, thanks, Fork Pilot. Okay, Ben B. Oh, this is an update on PK's count. Okay, let's see what he's thinking. I guess I can come over here and do this one. Oh, on crude. Okay. Okay, I'm doing this just for my old brain, just because I'm used to looking at it. Okay, nice, right? Oh, we've looked at this many times. Any question right here's when we go below 0, right? Oh, it'll never go below 0. It will never go below 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. W. Looks like here. B. Marine log, right? So we've gone from below 0 to what did we get up here? 120, 135. I mean, just you got to check it, right? Let's see. We go from here through here. What's in there? A, B. Yeah, it looks like you got to do it. We lost the algo on that pull. So let's go down to a 4. A. Pardon me. What are we doing here? So this is, oh, I lost my bigger account. This is the X, right? So we need an A, B. So we need 5 to finish this. Right? That's rather bearish. Oh, can we get that far? Well, let's map it out. Okay, right. So pretty good case to be made for the impulse there. Let's bring this up a touch. Let's go. Oh shit. Let's go to an 8. How do we look there? Looks like the 1's already in here. If this is the 2, right, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like we got a 1, 2 already going. So if we're going to have a 3, let's go up a degree. or 2. If we're going to have a 3, right, it's not optional, right, that we're going to have an impulse. That is not an option to not have it, right? Otherwise, this count is wrong. So we can look at this and, oh, I'm going to get these. We can look at this and go 1, 2. Okay, how does it look as a 2? Oh, what a shock. What an absolute shocker. Oh, looks like we got a little wiki there. All right, so 1, 2. Let's put that in, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 1, 2. Let's go down. 1, 2. What's up? Where's the, right, remember, internal to external. Where's the external liquidity? Well, this certainly is a target. God damn it. Okay, so that's, we know, right? You think there's some stops here? I might do this as well. Just kind of see, okay, well, how's this looking, right? Where's value, right? Where's my POC? Coming down here, right? That's going to change, but as it sits from this pivot over, right, as we're going sideways, look at the value area, right? We get a little above, a little below, a little below. Want AB 1, 2, right? Very valid 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here comes the 3. I would. Well, okay. So now looking at that 1, 2, right? Do you want to sell it here? Just what we know about how the algos take advantage of retail, right? You don't want to sell it there. You're late to that party. You're too late, right? Even if you just think a premium discount, right? We want to sell in the premium and we want to buy in the discount. So that's not a place to be buying. But who's gonna sell there? Retail, right? Oh, it's going to fall through the moon, right, floor, right? They're going to, right? What? You know what's going to happen there? They're going to lose money, most likely. 1, 2. We need a big 3 here, but let's go into a 1 and see what we got there. Let's see. Let's push this off for a second. Get rid of that. 1, 2, 3. Oh shit. Looks like we've actually got a count there. 1, 2. Looks like we got it again. 3rd. So that would make you think, okay, all right, remember it's fractal. So 1, 2. Ooh, that looks like 3. 4. Looks like we got an extension in the 5, right? So it looks like this is still working. So, oh shit, we're over in log scale, so I can't use a regular. But I can start to do something like this, put this thing together. It's still falling. Let's go up a degree. 1, 2, 1, right? This would be the 1 of at that degree. If shit, you might even have to do it here, right? This has got some legs, right? This may maybe continue to go. So what you're doing here now is, okay, where is their balance, right? That's another way to look at it. Say where do we have to return to, right? Where is their bearish order flow that's unmitigated, right? So these little zones here become areas of, interest. Say it that way. If we're coming down here, we go, oh shit, let's get an EWO down there. So we can use that, maybe kind of a guideline for where's the we're doing here. So it looks like we're in the 3. That could be the divergence of the 3. God, that sure looks like 3, 4-ish material. But it looks like it extended, right? So if we go 1, 2, oh, right in the pocket. That's why you measure, right? So you're going, oh, is the 3 here? Where is the 3? Oh, there it is. There's the highest probability zone for a 3. It lands right on it. So good looking 3 ABC. I mean, you're guessing there. That could be the 4 here. 1, 2, and we're going down for the 5, right? But so the whole thing you're doing here, the reason you're doing this, why do you take the time? Like, Jesus, man, why do you take the time to do that? Who fucking cares? Because if this is what I'm waiting for, right? 1, 2, right? That's the point of it, right? So I can get all the way down to it, and I can track this thing. If it's going to do this, I'm going to put these somewhere. That's the reason to do that. So where is the next trade here? My view, right? I got to get this 5. When I get this 5, right? When I'm coming back here for this 2, maybe going higher, right? Just because that's there, right, doesn't mean it must come, right? But you could see how it could, right? If we're going to break the 65, why would it do that, right? It's looking for that liquidity. Okay, so here we just got this liquidity. This liquidity is here, and again, liquidity should be at the forefront of your mind. See where can the algo get it, right? What moves the market, right? What's the purpose of the market? To facilitate trade. Where's the trade going to be? At liquidity points. Where's the liquidity going to be? It's going to be internal or external, right? We go external, we'll go back to internal. This was internal. 1, 2, look at that. That's the trade here coming back this direction. For a bear, you want to wait for it to, where would, if I do it this way? Oh, all right. Premium discount. Do you want to sell it in the discount? No, we want to wait for it to get in the premium, right? That's where we want to sell it, right? You can simplify it, right? Now this, little Elliott skill helps here kind of refine, okay, what are we doing here? What is this? Could this be the 3? Well, okay, that alone, right, should show you the value of this. Okay, if this is the 1 and the 2, well, that's not going to be the 3. And we know, right, if this account's going to hold, we've got to have an impulse here. It's not optional. Got to have that to get that 3. Oops. You get my point. There's that. That's the trade zone up here. Either of these. Oh, shit. Anywhere in here, right? For the bear. Wait, get in the premium, then you sell it, right? Stop whatever you can afford, right? Crude's not, not for a small account. Okay, let me keep going. Good. Who is that? That was, that was Ben B. Thanks for that, Ben B. Good stuff, all right? All right, what am I doing? Okay, golden ratio. Oh, such a good handle. MATIC. MATIC is a bit of a train wreck. Oh shit, I gotta find it. Hang on. It's no, it's not that one I want. I want over here with these guys. I've got it. Here it is. Okay, so MATIC, right? Oh, hang on one sec. Okay, just my AC is need to get turned down a little bit. Okay, so here we, again, I can show you this a gazillion times, but until you start doing it yourself, right, you're not going to have any confidence in it. You got to see it as many times as again, I always say this, right? What have I shown this? 50, 60,000 times. Okay, right, so we can see golden zone, 50, golden zone, right? All right, now I know that's hindsight, right? But when it's here, heads up, right? So, okay, let's clear this out here and see if we can make sense of where we are here. All right. All right, it had the ingredients to get started here, and it just rolled over here. Where am I? Coinbase? Oh, that's probably good enough. So you have to, I mean, we're stuck, right? So I've got an impulse here, I've got a 3, and then I get another impulse, right? So it has to be, there's no additional option like, oh, maybe it's no, we know it's a 3 into a correct, so it's correcting, right? And oh shit, you just saw all the measured move algos here, so we know that's a good pivot here, right? So for the market to come all the way back here and change character, well, that's a long way to go. So we've got this A into the B, we see that perfect measured move, A, B, C, looks like, because you've got that funky move there. What do you do with that? This is a 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have to go A, B, and you're kind of stuck with that. Oh shit. What just happened there? I didn't want that. Okay, so let's go to a 4. Can we call this 1, 2? Yeah, maybe. It's pretty unorthodox, but it's not like it's never happened. Right? It's valid. It's just wacky. 1, 2, 3. Well, let's just always a good idea. Right? You're here. It takes so little time. Where's the highest probability location for a wave 3? This is why you measure, right? You're looking at this going, God, fuck, that can't be the 3. 3 has to be down here. Well, wait a second. Why don't you measure it? Does that look like a potential 3? Do we overlap the 1? Okay, so we've got an extreme extension in the 5th. Has that ever happened before? No, it's never happened. Silly, right? Okay, so there's a 4-hour, and is that an impulse? It certainly doesn't look like a 3, right? So it's a candidate. It's now note here, very important, right? So this is why it's the only one I use, right? Because of this, right? This is all one leg, right? So the fact that we've now broken that locks this in, right? So I know I have a good pivot here. I have a good low, right? So for this to get more bearish, we're going to have to break that. So what's the first thing we're going to run into? It comes right to the 50 here. I don't even have to add I don't even have to add it, right? But now we get the targets. So could this be 1, 2? Well, it's a little AAVE normal as well, right? So 1, 2, we go on 3, 4, 5. Looks like I'm off a little bit there. Oh, come here. Okay, can we add the geometry? We got a reasonable target up here. POC. Okay, it's a bit bumpy coming out of there. What's the first thing it's got to clear? Right? Remember, always an algo on the other side. Right? Always, always, always. Right? It's the first thing people forget. Oh, fuck, I forgot there's one on the other side. Right? Algos don't care about bull bear, right? They just care about separating you from your money. So we got a little algo squeeze here. This is why, shit, hang on. You want to buy that? No, right? That's just stupid, right? Now, I'm not saying it's not going to the moon. I'm just saying that's a low probability entry. Why would you? If it does that, oh, shit, we're off to a 3, right? So but we got to have a 1, 2. Maybe it's going to be a monster 3, right? So I'm never telling you, I'm just saying low probability. God damn it. Yeah, excuse me. Okay, 1, 2, maybe, right? Is that good enough to get going? Do we have anything there? Maybe. You can't get an impulse in there because it looks like we overlap here. So 1, 2, okay, maybe not. Shaky, right? So because it's not clear, wait. What? So why would you trade that? Only one reason. Only one, right? FOMO. You going to buy it right into the golden zone? You going to sell it right into the 50? Oh, I thought it was going to the golden zone. Okay, well, why don't you wait and see? Sitting right at the POC. The point is you have no edge here. So that's a complete game. You just, fuck, I'm bored. Let's take it. I think it's going to break. Worst possible thing that could happen to you is that you get away with it. It just reinforces the bad habit, and your days are now numbered because you'll keep doing it. Okay, I don't think there's much there other than, okay, we got to start on it. Now, this is, if this is going to be 1, 2, and again, you see, I say this a lot, this is not optional here. This must be an impulse, right? Must be, right? Or this count is wrong. Can't want to, right? So this is where this is the power of Elliott Wave, right? So you can say, oh, it's so subjective and blah, blah, blah. Fuck that, right? It's okay. I don't care, right? If you think it's a 2, okay, you have conviction here because this must be an impulse. Now you might say, oh, I don't think it's a 1, 2. Okay, fine. You're not going to take that trade. You're not going to be part of that impulse because you're reading it differently. I don't know. I don't think people read the market the same way. Any two people, right? There's always little variance because based off your perception, what you've been conditioned to believe, your risk tolerance, the amount of capital that you're trading, right? No two people read it exactly the same way. But so what we try to do with what we're teaching you is giving you a somewhat mechanical way. Can you interpret this as a 1? Yes, you can. Can I interpret this as an ABC? Well, it's not perfect, but I can get it done. I can get it. Oh, fuck. How would I do it? I can get some sort of ABC in there. Oh, well, that's just subjective. Who fucking cares, right? I can get an ABC into that, so I have conviction here. If I think this is a 1, I'm gonna take that too. I don't care if you don't like. Oh, it's not textbook. It's not perfect, Elliott. Oh, it's not that. Oh, so you can't take it. Oh, it's just so subjective. Fuck you. Sorry, sometimes I get comments and just piss me off. I don't post those comments, right? But I see them, right? But I don't make them public. So you're wasting your time to give me that shit. 1, 2, right? We're just in an algo squeeze. No edge here. No edge. Why take the trade? I've got some Polkadot, right? I'm hoping this goes when the crypto decides to go, but I wouldn't add there. Golden ratio. Oh shit, that was one. I think that's one our Twitter guys were all hot and bothered over. Let's see, I got MATIC. Yeah, so this was, oh no, pardon me. They wanted MATIC. Oh, where do I have that? I thought I did. Let's get, improvise here. Oh, where are we going to have the most? Here, probably. This is getting requested here, so I'm doing this on the fly. Okay. Okay, any question? I'm just improvising here. Because we've been polling on Twitter here, and this was a lot of people asking for this. Repeatedly, one guy apparently repeatedly. Trade Devil, thank you for your review. Holy life, no problem, man, no problem, right? Try and see if we can switch over to a black background. I know that's hard, right, if you're used to it. Where am I? Submit charts. Dr. Alban, I'll be back to you in a second for the Bitcoin because we got some Bitcoin and then CRV. Yeah, so I'll get all these. Okay, so but a lot of people asking for this. Okay, right, let's just, first question, right? Do we need to be in log? Right, it's always the first question you got to ask yourself. Well, do we? Well, if you're looking at the full history, yeah, $0 to $3. You know, you can't make any sense of that. So let's go to that, right? Now it opens it up a little bit. Okay, can we make any more sense of it? Well, yes, but remember, it's distorting your eye so dramatically, right? So we can look at this and go, okay, right? You got to be careful with log screen. Now look at the difference. Right, doesn't quite look the same though. But we can see the 5 here, likely a diag finishes that. What? You know, I know sometimes I feel like, oh God, man, not again. Don't shut the fuck up, right? But I got to show this to you over and over again so you understand, right? So it has to be, there has to be so much repetition. You're like, oh fuck, I know not to buy that. If they want to take this up, right? Where's the liquidity, right? That's the external liquidity. Where's the internal liquidity? That's all they do over and over again. Where's the liquidity, right? Now, if they're not getting this here, right? They're not getting that liquidity, right? They didn't get it. So what are they going to do? Right? And again, you know, we're not in the mind of the programmer who wrote it, but we just know that these tendencies, right? So if they can't get it here, right, and this may roll over, and they'll roll this thing over, and we're going to go grab it, right? They may do that, right? That would be bullish, right? If they're grabbing this liquidity, what is that? Sell orders, right? They need those orders to take it higher, right? So where would the internal liquidity be? Well, this would be internal, right? I mean, relative to the range, right? That would be, oh, you can make a case that would be both here, but you've got certainly right here, this little pocket, right? Reasonable, right? So this is imbalance. We're coming back to, oh, it was balanced here, right? We had fair. Everybody was fair. Bulls, bears, everybody can trade right here. Oh, all of a sudden, oh, Hey, I didn't get a chance, right? So we got to bring it back here. Now, I'd be very suspect of this. If they don't get this, right, that's dramatically bullish. Because it's too easy, right? That was too easy to sitting right there. Now, you can make a case here if you start to look back, saying, okay, well, wait a minute. Why did it stop there, right? Well, this is bullish, right? We're down before we go. It's bullish order flow, right? We come right to the midline. You see kind of the same thing happening here. Okay, can we get an Elliott count on this? Right. The point of the is not can we get an Elliott count. If I get an Elliott count here, is it helping me? Well, I can probably make a case for an A here. B. Doesn't look like that's going to work, right? Because you'd be expected to be done here, right? But it doesn't fly. So let's rethink that. What if not this? If not that, then what? Right now, candidate for a low here, right? So I can look at this and go A, B, C, right? I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I can see the C here. I can see the impulse that finishes that. I'm assuming you guys see that, right? Well, here, I'll do it for you. I'm assuming you guys kind of see this. So clearly a 4, right? And then there's the 5, right? So there's the impulse that finishes it. We have to run get some water. Okay, A, B, C, W. A, B, C, X. All right, so we can look here, right? So this would be, potentially liquidity zones. That's all. That's what those become. Liquidity, right? Just like this. Same thing. That's potential, right? Liquidity. Okay. If we're going to come back, right? This would be, oh, well, let's come back. A. Well, you'd have to do this A, B, C. So we'd have to do it this way. A, B, C. Now, to the Elliott, to people who love to shit on Elliott, I don't know that that's what's happening here. I'm using my brain to look at this and go, okay, well, that looks like that could be what's going on here. And if that's the case, then I can anticipate what would likely come next. But remember, an Elliott wave count. This is what people, it's just amazing how there's so much stupidity in the world. That's why most people lose money. It's just a snapshot in time. If it does this, oh, you're such an idiot. That Elliott wave shit is so stupid. It doesn't work. It's so subjective, right? Get a fucking life, right? It's so stupid to make that kind of claim, right? Right now, okay, right, I've got a pivot down here that didn't grab that liquidity. So that's a candidate that could change quickly. So if this is the low, right, we know what's next, right? Again, you could disagree with this all you want. Fuck, I could care less, right? You could disagree all you want, but for a trader looking at this, going, okay, wait a minute. If this is the low, if that's the low, then I have to have a 5 that comes off here. It's not optional. Or the count is wrong. Is that what's happening here? I don't know. I have no fucking idea. I don't know. But I can look at this and go, okay, could it be? Could that be what's happening? Is that a little 1? 1, W, A, oh fuck, A, B. No, you could, oh shit, you got it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I got a little A, B, C there. Here, let's label it here so we can all follow along. All right, we got that. That's kind of big. Okay, all right, let's put it together, right? This is all you're trying to do. Okay, all right, so could it be a 1? Yes, it could be a 1. Could be an A. This could be an ABC into another X, right? We don't know, but we can look at it and say, okay, based on this, that's certainly impulsive. So for some reason, MATIC is ripping today. Where's the target, right? I can look at this and go, oh, okay, well, it's going to be somewhere in that range. We already tracked out where it could find some liquidity, right? All of this is potentially liquidity, right? Okay, we got to get internal liquidity. Maybe I can grab some right here, right? That would be potentially bearish, right? If they're grabbing liquidity here, right? That stops, right? So if they want to take it higher, right? They've got to grab your liquidity. That's what it comes down to. I hate to break it to you, but they're working against you. Right. Okay, so can we get a 3, 4, 5 here? Well, again, note, it's the process. Same thing every time. Okay, now I don't have a 3 here, but if I get a 3, right, this tips, this direction. But right now, I'm just sticking with a 1, 2. The fact that I've broken here, very encouraging that this is potentially a 3. Even if I put median lines here, we'd already, I'll do it. We're already, this is what I was showing you earlier. When it's this short, right, it's too easy to get there, right? So, well, but you got there, right? That's nothing to sneeze at. You have a little leverage in there, right? Now, I don't know that I would have taken that, right? I'd have been looking for it a little bit lower, but still, there it is, right? There's your 80%, right? That's the point. The point is just to prove that to you time and time again. So next time you look at that, you go, hey, that looks like one of those corner pockets that Trade Devil guy's always talking about. Maybe I'll take that trade. If this is a 3, right, this 4 is not optional. It's going to come. Now, it could be, it could take, fuck, like a Bitcoin, right? It could take a month, right? It could go sideways into a combo, double, triangle. It could take its sweet ass time. But that 5 is coming if this is the low. Right? Again, there's no other TA approach that gives you that conviction if you're right? If that's a 3, the 4 and the 5 are coming. It's not bad, right? Actually, it's not bad on MATIC, right? But you don't want to buy it now, do you? Do you? Please say no, right? You don't want to buy it now. If you're just looking at the range here, would you be premium or logs? I can't do it. Right? Would be premium or discount, right? It's you're late. You're too late for the buy, right? If you don't want to buy that now, right? Let it do what it's going to do. I don't care if it's 1,000 points higher. At some point, right, there will be a retrace for the 4. So the next trade in MATIC is not here. It's here. Here. You're going to have to wait for it. If you do this, you just got FOMO'd. 3, 4, take the 5. What's after the 5? Right, what's after the 5? I don't have this, but if I get this, next up, right, comes the 3. Right, it's this sequencing that's our edge. Right, then you can buy it again. All right, got that one. I got a few more from Twitter. Okay, let's get Dr. Alban here. He's giving me a look at his look at Twitter. Let's get over here. So this. Twitter. Oh, shit. How did I get that? Oh, there we go. Okay, so this is, let me copy his so I can see it. Oh, Dr. Alban making progress, right? He's not attaching the waves, right? So I can see the progress he's making. Okay, I'm gonna do that, excuse me. Okay, right, so this is the one, right? I struggle with this one as well. It's because you can read it. Because of the double, you can read it to multiple ways here. Right, it's hard to have any conviction in that because you could go A, B, C, or you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see he's doing it. It's frustrating, right? What are you going to do? Okay, W, A, B, C into an X. I'm going to just change that color just so we can see a little bit better. Okay, W, A, B, C into an X, Y. Oh, that's aggressive. Okay. Well, Dr. Alban, the thing about that gives me pause. I see what you're doing here, so I'm just going to push this off for a sec. Right, it's not that it's not possible, right? But if we look at how long this has taken, right, to get this, to finish it that fast, it seems like certainly possible. If, as a betting man, I would do it. I would suggest that you keep it, and you probably already have this, right? I'm not trying to tell you anything you don't know, right? I'd keep something like that on deck as an alternate, because that, right, to turn that into a 3 is a bit of a, okay, could you do it? It's a bit of an Elliott shuffle, right? And there are times when you have to do that. I mean, Elliott Wave's not perfect, right? It's not perfect all the time. But how would you do it? Are you going to do this? Maybe a stretch. Not that it's not possible, right? I'm never saying that's not possible, and I'm never saying don't buy it. But I'd be mindful of the potential here for this B before we come down here for a C, if it's going to hold this combo, right? George gave us 5 different trades here that are a little bit different, right? So his, let's see, he had everything was truncated here. Shit, was it here or here? All of this was truncated. It makes it very tricky up here because how do you have any conviction up here? Hard to. It's hard to, right? So, well, okay, so we come back to, all right, where's the liquidity, right? So this liquidity has been grabbed. So we go, remember, it's almost a constant rotation. External liquidity, internal liquidity. Where's the liquidity in here? Well, you've got a little unmitigated zone right here, right? It got a little wiggle, a bit of a tap there. So he's going for this. That's interesting. Okay, how are you getting there, Dr. Alman? How are you getting this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I got you. 1, 2. A little iffy on that impulse of that 3. That's probably a bit of an Elliott Wave shuffle, right? So we don't have an impulse there, right? So it's a little bit of a, okay, what are we doing here? A, B, C. It's a little bit of a wishful. I'm assuming, Dr. Alman, you see what I mean here, right? There's no impulse there. So what you're laying out here, it seems to me, right? I don't want to speak for you here, but it seems like you're looking for this. Maybe even here, right? A, B, C, right? So accommodate that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, there's no impulse there. So diag? Well, how would you do that? Even that's a bit of a stretch, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? I think that's how I have it. All right, so A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. Right? So the first one is, that's your stretch, right? Oh, is that an A, B, C? Is it? Well, okay. And again, it's not perfect, right? So don't expect it to be. But you got this nice little wedge that shapes up here. So, okay, candidate for a 5. That looks like a 5, right? So already I'm like, oh, wait, it's just, again, if it doesn't fit, why are you forcing a trade? I'm not saying you are, right? But I'm just saying in general for any trader, if it's not, you're either FOMO or you're bored. I mean, much of crypto is boring the shit out of people. They're like, come fucking moon already. We had the halving, we had the ETFs. Well, when's the moon coming, right? So you've got, it's going to be kind of a feature of Friday's video. You have time-based capitulation. People are just going, oh, fuck it. I'll move over to buy NVIDIA, right? They're just getting bored. And it's boring in crypto right now. I would be the first to acknowledge that. It's just fucking boring right now. Right? We've been in this range since March. Long time. When moon, right? So it's just not happening yet. But, right, that's just about the time when people are like, oh, fuck it, right? I'm getting out. I'm going to go buy some NVIDIA. That's when it moons. That's how it works in the markets. Sorry to tell you. So I think careful with this one. But Dr. Alban, I like what you're doing here. Just to have a couple of alternates, right? I mean, you probably do. Have a couple of alternates in here. You might even do it this way. What, you want to trade that? Really? Maybe not. All right. Let this. It's again. If you're dying to get in the market, FOMO's got the better of you, right? Let it sort itself out, right? It'll reveal itself. It will. I promise you, right? It always does. It can take more time than you're willing to give it, but sooner or later, it will reveal it. What the intention is. Oh, I leverage trade only Bitcoin, so my current view linear chart. Okay, so I think we covered that. Robang. Oh, that's a new handle. Robang. He wants to see CRV. Okay, let's look at CRV. This one's still good. Yeah, we can go CRV. Oh, I guess most of the history will be here. So right, when in doubt, right, I always start with the daily. Oh, I got somebody's stuff on there. I don't know who I'm going to remove drawings. I don't know who that is. Wow, what a Jesus! What an open and fall. How is that even possible? Let me just see what my other choices are here. CRV USD. See what it looks like on. Let's come over here. That's from US Res, right? We can't trade on Binance. Good news or bad news, I don't know. But it's annoying. Is it here? A little bumpy there. So you don't want to see that, right? I don't want to see that. It makes me, oh, wait a sec. Right, those are closes above. All right, so that algo should out. Right, it's out. Okay, what are we doing here? Oh, hang on. Worker bees at the house. Okay. Well, you could almost work backwards here, right? Remember, we always want to end in a 5, right? So, I don't know what's happening here. Bridge Dow, Stargate, oh fuck. Dumps 50% in a year, right? So that's some negative. Looks like you got a chance here. Maybe separate this. 1, 2, 3, 4 for this. That's not great. Looks like it kept going, right? So this is, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Yikes. You should have to do it. Yeah, fuck. Here. Well, that's some shitty Elliott right there. Even that is already a stretch. But you can probably get that. At least that's a pretty good looking 4, but whoa, what are we doing down here? You can't get there, right? You can't do it. You can't go one to even a That's kind of a train wreck. I feel myself wanting to do this, right? So, but that doesn't quite. A, B, C would imply there's another leg down, so that doesn't help the bulls. Okay, so that is, I would leave this kind of just as a floater down here, right? So if the Elliott's not there, it's not helpful, right? So is it helpful here? It's not helpful. This is too much of a clusterfuck. I don't know what's happening down here. So then we just keep it simple. Well, I could well, here we just do it manually. Okay, so we're gonna look here. All right, so this would be our last break of structure here. What this? Oh, it's faster to do it this way than have me draw them all. Okay, right. So let's just take it from this. Gives me everything. Hang on a second. Let's not get everything. That's another thing I like about this. Let's go from here. All right, so we can pinpoint when we start it, right? So this is all bearish, 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 right? That's actually, let's make this bearish. Okay, all right, so break, 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 right? So the Elliott is, okay, a little confusing. Is that the low? Well, we just took out the inducement, but I don't have an impulse here that I like. If anything, it looks like, I mean, this, God, I hate that. I absolutely hate it. Well, that might be what you're stuck with here. Ugh. the double is not great here. Doubles are a pain. You might do it this way. A, B, C into the 4 to the 5, although that doesn't look like a great 5. Looks like a 3. Elliott's tricky down here. But I would leave these here. Like, okay, maybe. Well, tough to get a 5 into that. No, it's not tough to get a 5 into that. You can't get a 5 into that, right? It's just not there. So here's the break of structure. Here's the retrace, right? So we've already swept. Okay, so think, right? What can we do here, right? If the Elliott's not there, it doesn't mean, oh shit, my God, I can't trade this. Okay, it just means like the Elliott's not clear. Okay, maybe something like this is going on. Well, the first thing that has to happen here, we have to take this out. So first we got the inducement, so locks this in. Again, I do this way. I should save this as so you guys always see it. Okay, so swept. So right, so good low, right? Because this is all one leg. We break it, right? So I have a good low here. Well, now I've just come up here. This would be this is internal, right? Just looks like liquidity. So we got to close above this, right, to have a full change of character. This would be also a point you'd be looking for as liquidity, right? So this is external liquidity. Oh, it looks like we're going internal here. Remember, external, internal, external, internal. Okay, where's Al? Oh, lo and behold. Was he here as well? You tell me. Was he here? I don't know. It's so hard to tell. When they go tick to tick, so hard to tell. Facetious, of course. Right? So clearly, right, he's here. There he is again. Right, just a tick into the golden zone. Let's get you right on that. Right on it. Right. Oh, hello. Now, who buys there? People who don't know it's there. FOMO, right? So do we have, again, I'm not saying it can't break, right? So is this some sort of one, oh God, what is shit? 4, 5? Is that what we're doing there? Is that a 2? That is a daily. Great. It's maybe. You could probably squeeze it in there. Oh, all right, you get that change of character, right? That would clear this algo, right? Just because he's there doesn't mean you can't break him. Looks like that's deeper, right? So this would be the 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 3. Remember, it's not optional. Okay, so we can do this. I'm in log scale, so I'm kind of stuck with this. It's not beautiful channeling, but there it is. Okay, let's measure the 2. Okay, in the pocket. Can we get that change of character, right? That would, off of this pivot here, which was the inducement that locked in this low. This low gets locked in when it breaks this, and then this low gets locked in when it breaks this. So we come up here, okay, can we get that 5? Well, that would give you on the bull side. We'd clear this out. If we get that, what are we anticipating, right? We can anticipate what's coming. Doesn't mean it's what will come, but we can anticipate, one of the scenarios here. Oh. Hey. Got to put him somewhere. All right. 1. Why might it come down here? Unmitigated order flow, bullish order flow down before we go up. Here's a roadmap. Right? Now I don't have the 5 here. I don't have it yet. But just laying that out as a potential roadmap here. Once I get this 5, I may be up here. I don't, maybe right here. I don't know where, but once I get it, let's say we break that, where's the next trade for a bull? You don't want to buy in the premium. We want to buy in the discount. Here's the next trade. Right? And if this is going to hold as a 1-2, that's the money wave, right? That's the one you want. Right? That's going to be the biggest one. what else could I do there? All right, again, I don't have this yet. I don't have it. You see how it all starts to come together? All right, good one. Okay, how am I doing on time? Okay, so let's see. We got CRV. That's all good there. We'll wait and see, right? I'd let that cook. Okay, I got some from Twitter here I was trying to get to. Okay, so I guess I finished up here. So CRV is done. Sushi, Solana. Okay, so I got sushi in here somewhere. Over here. One of these over here. That was the toughest one of the day. I would propose to you. Fantom is, I think, not tradable. Solana. Bear with me a second. They're over here. Let's do Solana, and then I'll come back to the other one. Okay, so Solana. Well, you can see it is probably from last. That was either from Friday or no. That's probably from last live stream, right? So we're kind of in the same spot here. Oh shit. Is that a 1? This sure is pretty. It's awfully abrupt. This is actually much like Dr. Alban's look at Bitcoin. It seems like, oh fuck, this took so long. We're going to end it here, or does this have to come over? A, B, right? We're kind of stuck with the B there. Stuck with it. Oh, we done? Well, if this was a better looking 5, is it? Is it a better looking 5? You can work backwards. 3, 4, 5. Do I have a 1, 2? Do I have an impulse in there? That's what it comes down to. So let's get in there. Right? Do I have an impulse? So this is the, oh fuck, it's a double, right? So you have to use this. Is there an impulse in there? Nope. All right. So your best case is we can't get an impulse in there. Fuck. Wait a second. Maybe we can. Hang on. Let's look at this. If that's 1, 2, this might make it. Let's see if we can do it. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, can't quite get it. Almost, right? I can't get up. Can I get it on a 30? No, get out of there. Hang on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Dicey. Let's go with it. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. This sure looks like a 3, but maybe there's a little double in there. 4, iffy, right? What looks more like a 5, but okay, let's go with it. All right, so there's a 1. So let's go up a degree. 1, 2. All right, is that all we got? It's not a great start. That's not the start a bull wants to see. What are we doing here? It's not great. 1, 2, 3. Looks like A. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like we got an A. B, maybe. C. All right. Personally, I do these. Right? I like to wick these off so I know where they are. Why would it have stopped there? Right to the 50. Looks like Al could be involved there. Oh, got through. All right, so that's good for bulls. Down here for a 2. Oops. That could have a little more to go. It's hard to call it, right? So we're coming down here for a C. Right, that I like. I've got this little demand zone down here. Don't hate it. 3, right? So if that's a 3, come here. if that's the 3, right? Oops. 1, 2, right? That's where we target for the 3. Don't have this yet, right? So we're waiting for that pivot on that 2, right? If it's what we'd be anticipating is to get a 3 here. That looks like a 5, right? Can we get that? That would be very low risk entry opportunity, right? Now, don't just sit here with the limit order. Let the market show that's going to get a reaction there. Get a reaction, okay? Well, then you can take it when you got a little, okay, 707 or something down here. So you're not vulnerable to that, which certainly could happen, right? Then we're looking for, right? That's not going to be 3. That's going to be the 1 of 3, right? 3 likely up here. Okay, so that looks like that's just waiting, right? Just waiting. Now, remember, if it does this, then you're going to look back here and you're going to go, oh, maybe was it here? Oh, shit. Oh, God, you're such a dumbass. Oh, guys. Okay, we can adjust, right? We adjust. Oh, a little shallow on the 2, but can we do it? No, fuck. It could be a WXY, right? It almost doesn't matter, right? Some sort of 3 comes in here. Oh, do I have a 5, 3? Right? This could be happening on a smaller degree. Oh, fuck me. Come here. All right, is this a little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get us started? Right, in this, I'm just ass backwards here. That's not much of a 5. But maybe it's WXY. Right? We can. Elliott is so versatile, right? That's the beauty of it. WXY. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wouldn't be an impulse, right? So it'd have to be a diag, right? We've already had the overlap here. So diag 1, maybe. Could be A, B, C of something larger, right? So you just that's why I'm saying, right now, okay, it's a snapshot in time. Is it a 5? Well, if this holds, right? Where's the liquidity, right? This would be the obvious internal liquidity you could grab. Straighten that out. When you come down here and break lower, okay, well then you're going to rethink that and go, oh shit, looks like the A, B, C is was the better count, right? So you adjust based on what the market reveals, right? Is this the 2? Maybe it's over here. I'd like it better over here because I've got better risk reward. So that looks like a hurry up and wait on Solana, much as I love this one, right? It produces beautiful Elliott waves. But I would not force a trade there. I mean, you could nibble here. You could nibble, knowing, right, if it comes down here, we're toward this zone, right, you likely want to, if you're nibbling with leverage, get a stop on it, right? If you're just going to take grab a piece of it. The whole hesitation is how quickly that would be over. Doesn't feel like crypto's ready to rock yet. Maybe. I'd love to be wrong. Okay, what else do I got? I got sushi. I'm going to get this one is untradeable in my view at the moment. All right, let's get some sushi going here. Oh, that's probably going to have more history on Binance. A little more. I'm not sure that's helping. Is that the best I've got? Oh my God, I guess Coinbase not going to be. It's a little cleaner over here. All right, was Elliott good there? Well, you'd probably make a case here. Oh, that's kind of gnarly. It's kind of an ugly finish. Oh fuck! I don't even know that it matters, right? It's not really helping, right? So okay, probably an impulse. Let's look here. It looks like you could finish this with some sort of a diag or shit. That's pretty ugly. Some will let that slide. It's wiki. Looks like you might do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 3. That's still, you're kind of stuck with that waterfall, but you could probably call it an ABC. So I guess you could do this. ABC. Yeah, it's kind of a force fit, right? So what can we say with certainty? Okay, well, if we take this out, all right, this would be, you can see here, liquidity, equal highs, here, show on other matters, ABC, 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 ABC. So we finished, oh, so let's just put the whole thing together. Okay, that's good, right? So put this on here, right? So here's the inducement, here's the low, right? Break of structure. Now we come up here. Now let's get this 4 over here. We'll need this change of character here, and so that's the last swing high. So right now it's tempting to go, oh fuck, low's in. Well, we have a low. No, let's see, let's go to a 4. Okay, we probably make that fly. Okay, what are we doing? All right, you're gonna buy that? I think not. Okay. Candidate, right? Right. You can make a case. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Look at this. We're big break of structure, and now here we're on a 4-hour, right? I've already got the change of character, right? So to take this now, note it's always change of character and then break of structure. So here's the first hint. Oh shit! Maybe the low is in. We're going the other direction. But to do that, we have to sweep this high. So right now, okay, where's the bull looking to get long? We got a big demand zone down here. We can, it's just as I've been drawing them, right? Here's unmitigated demand, right? Bullish order flow down. Where we go, all right? So we possibly a C right down here. Well, I love that. Is that a 50? It might be. It might be a little skinny. Second target. I wouldn't sell it, but I sure would be interested in buying it here. Like it down here, right? Nice. Okay, let me keep moving. Sushi AAVE. Oh shit, I've got it up there. Oh shit, where are you? Is it over here? I thought I had AAVE. One more, hang on. So not in one of these here. No, it's Algorand I had. Okay, AAVE. I know I looked at it recently. AAVE. SD. Daily. Okay, right, same process, right? Every time, right? Hopefully that's getting to be pretty clear. All right, let's work some of this out here. Okay. Right, juicy, right? They didn't get it. Well, you're a little fucked there. It's too bad, right? Because you got an impulse here. Well, that is a bummer. Right, that's a bummer right there. Fuck. Can't get it. Right, I want to do this. You might have to do it this way. So that would make this all just kind of a big 5 with a truncation. Oof, I do not like that. Don't like it. I'm going to take it off. Okay, so what can we do? Remember, Elliott's not perfect, right? So when it's not helping, don't force it. You can probably do this. Okay, so accumulation. We can probably agree on that. Accumulate, accumulate, accumulate. Here's the first break. Back to retest, right? Who buys this, right? Retail. And so you got plenty of accumulation there. This is a bummer, but we can make a case here. Well, let's measure it from that low. The algo's with us. Tough call, right? Because you could certainly see a case for an A, B, C, right? And that would be, because I'm kind of force fitting here. It works if I put it here. Oh, wait, I got an impulse if I put it here. A, B, C, right? Just as much a threat here. See, we could have that. Because that actually is what fits. A, it looks like you got an impulse here. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. You got an impulse, right? So I'd be cautious because of that, right? We as bulls, right? You know, assuming you're a crypto bull, maybe you're not, but we kind of want to we want to find the TA pattern here that fits our bias. But that, if it's not there, it's not there. That's a tricky one. So let's see, why are we stopping here? It's a 50. It's not going to be here. That's too well. Slow down. Maybe it is there. All right. So now it's convenient. You look and you go, oh, well, that's convenient. Well, let's see. Right? Did they use it? That's always the criteria. You can make a case they did. And again, second target to the 50. Over and over again. Looks like they're using it. That's a break on that one. All right, so just trying to decipher, right? So we can understand that's likely algo driven, and we got this little upswing before it went down, right to the 50 to mitigate that little bearish order flow up before we go down. This is a bummer. But the fact that they didn't sweep this is it's noteworthy, right? You kidding me? We're not going to get that? So what are we in? Bit of a box there. So, well, okay. Well, what can you say here? What can you do here? Well, where am I? All right, discount premium. You want to buy it up here? I think not, right? So, if it's going to break, okay, something will be up here to bring it back. Maybe back into that. So that, again, don't force a trade just because, like, oh, I know that's going to go. I know it's going to go. Okay, well, if it's going to go, you're going to have plenty of time to get into that. I mean, it's pretty. Well, it's not it's one of the big dogs. So because of that, you don't want to get squeezed out here, right? It's likely something you wouldn't trade with leverage. You have no edge here. You can't be definitive, right? If I can't be definitive, why am I forcing a trade here? Is it an ABC? Okay, well then that would suggest something corrective. Perhaps we're going lower. Could be an ABC. We're going to have some sort of a wacky diag, right? So it's not impossible that that's 1, 2, and we're going to do something like this in a series of 3s. But would you want to forecast that? If this is going to go here for a 3, you're going to anticipate an impulse. So this is, Elliott leaves you, I'm not comfy with that. So I'm going to wait, right? The one thing I know for sure, I'm not going to buy that. I'll let that go. And I'm not saying it's not going higher, but I'll let it go, and then I'll wait for a retrace. And then maybe, right, you could, okay, what do I have here? That's how I see it. Okay, APE. WLD. WLD. Never looked at this one. USD, although I like the sound of it. USDT. Oh, fuck. I guess I gotta go here. Oh, I hate that shit. Is that the best I've got? Worldcoin. All right, I guess I'm stuck with that. Well, okay, we know we're going to finish in a 5. Doesn't look like that's quite done, does it? Whatever this is. Maybe you could talk yourself into an impulse here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. A little shaky on that 3. But okay, let's just assume that we got some sort of an impulse here. It's not 1, 2, 3, right? So we've already, this kind of fucks it up. Let's go to a 4 here. Who's there? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, 3, 4. That looks 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like that's got a little more to go. All right, where's the liquidity? Sitting right here. And it seems pretty obvious that that's a target. It just doesn't mean that they're guaranteed to sweep that, right? Sometimes they leave them hanging, right, just to fuck with you. Right, so okay, 3, 4. One more down here. I wouldn't fuck with this until this gets. I want to see something like this, right? Break, sweep that. Okay, now I'd be interested. That's got a long way to go. Okay, what do we have? CRV. Okay, I think we got everybody. Look at that. And oh fuck, holy shit, I'm right on time. So rare for me. Okay, right. There's 2 hours. All right. Oh shit, I didn't see. All right. Here's my favorite comment right here. Right here. This is from Fork Pilot. Thanks so much, Sam. I learned something new in every video. That makes my day. Thanks, guys. All right. Hope you get a little nugget or two out of these, right? So, again, it's not about being right? So much of trading is it's about the discipline. You're waiting for a trade that you're comfortable with, that you recognize the pattern, and then money management, right? It separates the winners from the losers. Okay, guys, I'm going to go grab a bite. You guys have a good day. I'll be back on Friday.